What is going on, guys? It is Mr. L415. Welcome back to a new video. Today, we're going to go over the July Player of the Month predictions. Player of the Month comes out this Friday, and I decided, you know what? Let's make a prediction video on who I think could be getting a card for the month of July. So, I came up with 8 players with one honorable mention that I'll mention before I get to the last one. So, without further ado, let's get it going. We're going to start it off with the New York Mets. We're going to focus on relief pitcher Seth Lugo, the 80 overall. So, Seth Lugo in the month of July, he was flat out untouchable. So, he was 1-0 in the month. He had an ERA of 0. 0 ERA. So, he was untouchable. He had one save opportunity and converted it. He had opponents were hitting .75 against him, and he had a whip of .32, so he was untouchable in the month of July. I believe that Seth Lugo did enough to get a Player of the Month, and I believe he did damn sure that he's going to get a diamond. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah, I do believe Seth Lugo will be getting a card, and it's going to be a diamond, because when you put up numbers like that, you deserve to get a diamond Player of the Month card. Next man up, we're going to go to the Giants. We're going to focus on Jeff Samardzija. So, Samardzija in the month of July, he went 4-1, a 4-1 win-loss. He had an ERA of 2.09 on the month. Opponents were hitting 188 against him, and he had a whip of .85. So, he really had himself a nice month. He was probably our best pitcher in the month of July. That isn't named Madison Bumgarner. He was like our number 2 starter, and he really pitched well in the month of July. Samardzija did enough, and I do believe he will be getting a card in the month of July. Probably a gold. Not a diamond, but a gold. From one side of the Bay Area to the other side. From San Francisco to Oakland. We're going to focus on Ramon Laureano. We all know what he is capable of on the defensive side of the ball. But on the offensive side, he really had a breakout month. So he had a .392 average. He had 8 home runs, 18 RBIs in the month. He had 9 doubles. He had an on-base percentage of .443, and he had a slugging percentage of .838. So, Ramon Laureano, he was literally tearing the baseball in half in the month of July, hitting home runs left and right. I do believe Laureano will be mentioned and probably will get a diamond card. I do believe it will probably be between an 88 and a 90. And he probably will get the Lightning Player of the Month card, but I highly doubt it because there's one player in the same division that did pretty much better numbers than Ramon Laureano. But Ramon Laureano, again, he really tore it up in the month of July, and I do believe that he could be in line for a Player of the Month card, potentially between an 88 and a 90. So Ramon Laureano, definitely deserving. Next guy I'm going to talk about, Keston Hiura from the Milwaukee Brewers, the rookie sensation that's lighting it up this season. On the month, he went .355, a .355 batting average. He had 6 home runs, 18 RBIs on the month, 10 doubles, 2 triples. He had an on-base percentage of .429, and he had a slugging percentage of .699. So that's 1 point near 700. Now, I don't believe he's going to get a card because let me show you something. He already has an 88 Future Stars card that pretty much represents, you know, what his Player of the Month card could look like. But, again, the numbers are too good to pass up. Keston Hiura is killing it, and for that reason, I included him on the list. But I don't think he's going to get a card because he already has a Future Stars. But, hey, I could be wrong. They could give him, like, another 88 overall, which honestly wouldn't make any sense. Next up, we're going to go to the New York Yankees. We're going to focus on Tommy Kahnle. So, Kahnle, on the month of July, didn't have a win or loss, had an ERA of .77, 128 against him, and he had a whip of .60. So, like Seth Lugo, I could see Tommy Kahnle getting a diamond, a high diamond, to be exact. So, I do believe Tommy Kahnle will be getting a Player of the Month card. If not, probably a high Tops Now diamond. But yeah, those numbers, like Lugo's, too good to pass up. You got to mention them in the video. And I think for that reason, Tommy Kahnle will be getting a Player of the Month card. Probably a diamond again. We're going to go back to San Francisco. We're going to focus on left fielder Alex Dickerson. So Dickerson, where did this guy come from? In the month of July, he had an average of .393, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. He had 6 doubles, 2 triples, He had an on-base percentage of .452, and he had a slugging percentage of .786. That's crazy. I mean, man, where did this guy come from? He was one of many reasons why, you know, we got back into wildcard contention. As for Alex Dickerson and Player of the Month, Alex Dickerson is definitely deserving of Diamond. This has nothing to do with bias whatsoever. He was literally killing it in the month of July. Okay, let's admit it, it's bias. So, I do believe Alex Dickerson, I could see his contact going up because, you know, he was hitting for doubles. He was hitting, you know, not a lot of home runs. So I can see his contact going up. And yeah, I do believe Alex Dickerson did enough to get a Player of the Month, possibly a Diamond between an 85 and an 87. So Alex Dickerson, definitely deserving. Next guy up is a man that has really struggled this season, Jose Ramirez. We all know what happened. We all know he really struggled to start the season. Matter of fact, he went down to a gold. But in the month of July, he showed promise again. He's hitting .320 on the month of July. He had 9 home runs, 25 RBIs. He had an on-base percentage of .340, so that could be something small. But he had a slugging percentage of .680. So he really showed why he was one of the best players last year and why he finished top 10 in the MVP voting. Okay, there we go. And I do believe Jose Ramirez could be getting a Diamond card. Probably not a Player of the Month, but possibly a Topps Now. I could be wrong. Could be the other way around. But Jose Ramirez, man. But Jose Ramirez, I do believe he's going to get a Diamond. He did enough. He did well. And I do believe, once again, that he will be getting a Player of the Month card. Now, before we get into the final guy, I do want to give an honorable mention to Paul Goldschmidt. He is a Diamond 85, and I don't believe he'll get a Topps, or I pretty much spoiled it. He won't get a Player of the Month card, but I could see him getting a Topps Now card. The reason? What? He went, like, 6 games in a row hitting home runs? So I do believe Paul Goldschmidt will be getting a Topps Now. But it wouldn't shock me if he got a Player of the Month card as well. I mean, he was a Diamond last year, and they gave him a 92 Player of the Month Lightning card. But I don't see it happening this time, you know, but now the Topps Now is a thing. So I do believe Paul Goldschmidt will be getting a Topps Now card that'll highlight his 6 home runs in 6 games. But I don't see him getting a Diamond Player of the Month Lightning card. And speaking of the Diamond Player of the Month Lightning card, let's focus on the last guy who I think is definitely deserving of the Lightning Player of the Month card. Yuli Gurriel from the Houston Astros. On the month, he had a .398 average, so that's 2 points near 400, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs. He had an on-base percentage of .427, and he had a slugging percentage of .837. That's it. That's all I have to say. Yuli Gurriel, in my opinion, my lock to be the ultimate Lightning Player of the Month card for the month of July. I don't need to go in depth. It's pretty obvious. But if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As for, you know, what's going to be happening, I'm probably going to record a couple of videos because, you know, next week I'm going to be on a pretty busy schedule because I'm starting at college again. And, yeah, if you guys want to see more videos, just leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, is that it? Is that gone? Hey, let's go! Becky Lynch with a 3-run shot. That's the man right there. Bullet back up the middle. That's a line shot.